Trust in your faith and open your heart, for today is not just another day in your life. Today is a turning point where something beyond your sight is aligning in the sky to change everything on earth. Your time in this place is over. What you once called home no longer carries the peace you once felt. Even though you tried to ignore it, you can feel it deep within. This place no longer welcomes you as it once did. It's not just the cracks in the walls that you see, it's the silence that screams when the mornings come. It's the weight of the air that presses down on you. It's the hope that fades away with each new day. You felt how what once embraced you now seems to push you away. And though you held on, the space that once felt safe has now become a drain on your spirit. But listen closely, for I, the Lord your God, have already gone ahead of you and made a way where you once thought there was none. I freed things for you that you never dared ask for, thinking they were too big or that you weren't worthy. I've already brought to you what you thought was impossible, and what I said from my throne is already done. Where you saw only destruction and ruin, I've planted something new. Not a home of bricks and mortar, but a place built to heal your wounds, protect your soul, and give rest to your spirit. I've prepared a place where peace will remain, where joy will return, and where the tiredness of the years will be replaced by renewed strength. That is why I say to you, stay where you are. Do not hurry to leave. Do not chase after things I have not sent. And above all, do not turn your heart away from what I am telling you, for what is coming is greater and stronger than anything that has kept you awake in the darkest hours. I have seen every silent tear, and I have counted them all. I have not ignored the burden you carried alone. We will walk together on this journey, all the way to the end. Do you understand why I've brought you here and didn't leave you halfway? Because you have endured too much, too long. You carried burdens that no one else saw, and you loved others who didn't always show that same love in return. You sacrificed your dreams for the sake of others. You held back the words you longed to speak and chose silence to keep the peace in your home. You endured in silence so that others wouldn't have to carry the weight of your pain. But today, I speak to you with the full authority of heaven and declare that the time for change has come. This is not a mere illusion to comfort you, nor a temporary break to help you carry on. It is a divine decree, sealed in the heavens, pure and certain. You did not lose by accident, and you were not ignored out of neglect. I allowed certain things to break, for if I had not stepped in, you would have never been able to escape the place where you were stuck. This cycle is over. The life you knew and held onto has ended. And while the end may seem scary, understand that what feels like an end is truly the beginning of what I have planned for you. Do not dismiss this moment, for it is no ordinary day. You are not hearing these words by chance. I am speaking to you now because something in the spiritual world is moving in your favor at this very moment. I have opened doors that were closed for years. I have unlocked situations no human hand could touch. And more importantly, I have released answers that were held back because you stayed in places where my presence was no longer there. I have broken chains, torn down walls, and cleared paths that the enemy thought were off limits to you. Now, listen closely, for I have already delivered, and I have already laid out the path ahead. The new season is closer than you think. This is why I speak to you with love, but also with urgency. Stay where you are and do not ignore these words again, for this is a rare and significant moment. It may be your final chance to receive what has already been set in motion for your life. Don't let the noise of what you are losing drown out the promise of what is coming. I am your God, and today, I tell you, your case is closed, and your miracle has already started. Listen closely to the one who formed you, for what I am telling you is not a passing moment, but an eternal decree from my heart to yours. I have seen your struggles, No struggle within you has gone unnoticed. I have been there in the lonely nights when you felt abandoned. I have heard the silent prayers you whispered into the dark, the ones you thought no one else could hear. I have counted every tear you shed when no one was around to see. Every sigh in your moments of pain reached me as a sacred cry. And today, I want you to know that I have decided to step in, not only to comfort you but to show my power in your life in a way that you will not be able to ignore. Today, your miracle is on its way, but don't expect it to come with great fanfare. Often, my answer comes in ways so simple that your mind may miss it. It could be an unexpected phone call that changes everything. It might be a sudden idea that sparks a plan you never thought of. Perhaps it will be a divine connection with someone I place in your life at just the right moment. Do not disregard it, for I, the Creator of all, work in ways that go beyond human understanding and shatter the limits of logic. If you are hearing these words now, it is not by chance. This moment was prepared for you by me. I arranged this encounter because there is an answer waiting for you, a word meant to ignite what you thought was lost. A divine touch that will mark the beginning of an unchangeable transformation. Right now, as you read these words, I am already at work. Even though you cannot see it, the unseen forces of heaven are moving on your behalf. The pieces that once seemed scattered are coming together with divine accuracy, and every part of your story is being rewritten by my hand. While you are simply listening, I am changing entire chapters of your life. What once hurt you will soon become a testimony. What appeared to be an obstacle will now be a stepping stone. I want you to believe with boldness, not with weak faith, but with the assurance that there is a plan for you that cannot be stopped, a purpose that cannot be stolen, and that you, yes you, are at the center of that perfect plan I set in motion before you were even born. It's time to let go of the fear that has held you down for so long, to stop carrying the weight of the world as if it were yours to bear. That burden was never meant for you. I have always been the one who held your life safely in my hands. Today I say to you, let go, rest, and trust in me. I am your provider, and nothing you need will be missing. I am your peace, and in me, your soul will find the rest it longs for. I am your guide, and I will not allow you to stray from the path I've already set for you. Remember, what you call waiting is really the time when I am working on things you cannot see. Do not rush, for the roots of what I have planted in you grow quietly before you see the fruit. Do not think I am idle because you don't hear any sound. Even the smallest whisper of my will has the power to move mountains. Right now, I am bringing together people, resources, and circumstances that will form the bridge to your promise. You will not fear lack, for I will multiply what you hold in your hands. You will not fear confusion, for my light will clear every shadow. You will not fear the storm, for I will be your shelter. So take these words not just as something to hear, but as something to hold on to. Walk forward in expectation, for the ground you stand on has changed. Where there was once a desert, life will grow. Where there was once sadness, joy will fill the air. Where there was once defeat, I will bring victory. And when my work is done, you will not say, I did it, but rather, God did it. Before your life even began, every step you would take, every valley you would cross, and every mountain you would climb was already written in my book. Nothing in your life has been random. Even what seemed like chaos was under my watch and part of a plan that is now beginning to unfold and will forever change the direction of your life. I allowed certain seasons to last longer, not because I forgot about you, but because I was preparing a place where my promises could grow and thrive without being destroyed by the first storm. The pain you thought would never leave was meant to be the evidence that I can turn the darkest moments into the brightest dawn. Your struggles, even the ones no one else knew about, were the place where my hand worked behind the scenes. The enemy thought your tears were a sign of defeat, but every tear that fell in sorrow became a seed of blessing in my hands. I heard the voices that rose against you, the words that tried to bind you to a past that no longer exists. I saw how some turned their backs when you needed help the most, yet you kept moving forward. I know the weight of every step you took and the strength it required to keep going when everything seemed to be closing in on you. And now, like someone opening a door that has been sealed for years, I tell you that what was once blocked is now starting to move quickly. It will not happen because of your own strength or connections, but because of my power working directly. The help I am bringing you will defy logic. A shift in a faraway place will bring a response to your home. A word spoken in a place where your name is unknown will open doors for you. What seemed dead will suddenly come alive. Where there was a drought, fresh water will begin to flow. Where there were walls, windows will appear. Where you thought there was only one path, an abundance of opportunities will open up. For a long time, you tried to carry everything on your own, believing that if you let go, everything would fall apart. What you didn't know is that I was waiting for you to stop fighting the current so I could carry you with the strength of my river to places you never dreamed of. When you stop believing everything depends on you, you will start to see how the impossible begins to happen without your effort. What I'm sending your way won't be limited to just one area of your life. My answer will be complete. Healing for your inner wounds, restoration for relationships that need my touch, provision to break all limitations, and clear direction for the decisions ahead. Heaven is arranging a series of events that will come together at just the right moment. That moment has already begun. Remember, I did not come just to bring comfort, but to show my power. That means I will not only calm your heart, but I will change the circumstances. The miracle I am preparing for you may come in the form of an unexpected phone call that changes your whole day, a sudden idea that leads to a new opportunity, or an unlikely connection that brings the missing piece to your puzzle. Don't underestimate these moments, because they are signs that my hand is at work in your life. The invisible threads of heaven are being woven in your favor. I am bringing people into your life that you don't even know yet, adjusting times that are out of your control, and setting up situations where what once seemed like obstacles will now become stepping stones. There is no detail too small, no challenge too big, that can stop what I am releasing in your life. As I speak, your story is being rewritten not with ink that can be erased, but with the eternal seal of my perfect will. The course of your life will no longer be defined by past losses or what you had to leave behind, but by the fulfillment of what I spoke over you before you were even born. The fear that once held you back will now be replaced by an unshakable conviction. The doubt that tried to steal your faith will give way to a certainty so strong that nothing and no one will be able to take it away from you. Do not try to understand everything through human reasoning, for the way I move does not follow human logic. Simply open your heart and receive, for what you thought was delayed is actually much closer than you can sense. This is not just a change of season. It is a complete shift in the way you will experience my work in your life. When everything is fulfilled, you will see that every step you took, even the ones that felt like setbacks, were actually moving you toward this moment. I have seen every path you've walked, and on each one, I have placed signs, even if you didn't always notice them. There were times when you almost stumbled, but my unseen hand held you up. When darkness seemed to close in around you, I sent a spark of light to show you the way. It wasn't by chance that some people stepped away or that certain doors slammed shut. Every closure was a redirection to keep you from wasting your energy on things that would never bear fruit. In this season, I'm not just fixing what was broken. I'm creating something entirely new that has never existed in your life before. It's not about returning what you lost. It's about giving you something new that will surpass everything you left behind in value and purpose. I am building in you a strength that cannot be shaken by the opinions of others or worn down by time. This strength is a foundation that will stay firm even when everything around you changes. I am teaching you that my provision goes beyond material things. My provision is wisdom in times of confusion. It's the ability to know what comes from me and what seeks to distract you. It's seeing clearly when everything else seems clouded. I will reveal hidden solutions to you, and I will give you words that will open doors and win hearts. In the quiet of these days, I have been shaping in you a resilience that doesn't come from self-reliance but from the sure knowledge that you have always had my support. This trust I am planting in you will be the force that pushes you to take steps you once feared. It won't be a hollow impulse, but a journey grounded in the confidence that I am preparing every step you take. Soon, you will start to notice small but important changes. The atmosphere around your decisions will feel lighter. The burdens that once seemed too heavy to carry will no longer weigh you down, and your spirit will begin to sense that something great is unfolding, even if you can't yet see it fully. The restlessness that made you feel like time was slipping away will be replaced by a peace that assures you everything is happening at just the right moment. Conversations will open doors you didn't even look for. Resources will come to you without effort, and alignments will occur that couldn't be made through human effort. When these things happen, you'll know it's not by chance, but by a plan that has been set in motion long before you knew. In this time, I am not only positioning the pieces of what is coming, but I am also setting boundaries to protect what I am about to place in your hands. I will not let the new be tainted by the old, nor will I allow what tried to harm you to mix with the good. I will sharpen your discernment so that you will know when to move forward, when to pause, and when to close the door. This work will not be interrupted. Nothing and no one will be able to stop what I have already set in motion. Though there may be voices that try to create doubt, my word will stand firm, and my purpose will not change. When everything falls into place, you will see that every delay, every unexpected turn, and every change in direction was a necessary part of bringing you to this moment. What I am releasing right now is not something temporary, but a lasting transformation that will shape the rest of your life. And when my work is finished, your perspective will be different. You will think differently, and the strength with which you walk will prove that I have been with you every step of the way. I know there have been times in your life when you felt trapped in an endless corridor, with no visible way out, and a silence that made you think nothing was moving in your favor. But what you didn't know is that while you thought everything was standing still, I was creating an opening so precise that it would appear at the perfect moment, neither too early nor too late. Every delay was part of a plan to align everything, protect you from unseen dangers, and ensure that when the change came, it would be permanent. There are things happening behind the scenes that you can't yet see, but soon they will come into your reality with such force that you won't be able to ignore them. I am rearranging schedules, changing hearts, and breaking down barriers that have stood against you. You don't need to know every detail of how things will unfold because the plan I am working on is too vast to fully understand. What you need to know now is that nothing I do will be incomplete. Every part of what I have planned will be carried out perfectly. During this time, I will place you in new situations, not for you to settle, but so you can learn how to navigate areas you didn't know before. It will be quiet training, but it will be deep and impactful. Unforeseen events will awaken skills you thought were lost and unlock potential that has been waiting for the right moment. When it's time for you to act, you will realize that you were already prepared, because I have been working behind the scenes, refining every detail without you even noticing. The transformation I am bringing is not just about giving you what you asked for. I'm going further. I'm adjusting your vision so that you can receive everything that is coming. A vessel that is not made strong will break easily, and what I am about to pour into you requires both strength and capacity. That is why, even in moments when you felt like I was withholding something from you, I was actually building your strength so you could handle it without losing it. There will be signs marking this change, and they will not be small. Circumstances that seemed locked up for years will begin to open quickly. Unexpected connections will happen without any logical reason, and opportunities will come that you will recognize as carrying my seal. Some may try to call it coincidence or luck, but deep down, you will know it is the fulfillment of a promise that have been waiting for this moment. Do not be afraid. If what's ahead requires stepping into the unknown, remember that what is comfortable rarely leads to growth. I am not calling you to a place where you only repeat what you already know. I am stretching the boundaries of your faith, not to overwhelm you, but to show you that as you trust, your resources, strength, and understanding will grow. I am also closing doors that could distract or wear you out in unnecessary battles. Some of these doors may seem good from a human point of view, but they are not meant for this time. Do not mistake opportunity for purpose. What I send may not look appealing at first, but it will be what supports your long-term progress. Remember, I am not making this up as I go. Every step you take has already been planned in my design. And while it may be hard for you to see the full picture now, there will come a time when you will look back and understand why things had to happen the way they did. The puzzle of your life will make sense, and what seemed like interruptions will reveal themselves as perfectly planned moments to lead you to the goal I set for you. And when you enter into what I've prepared, it won't just be for you to enjoy what you receive. It will be for you to be a vessel of what I pour out. I have not preserved you just for you to accumulate, but so you can play a part in a larger work that will reach others. The blessing that is coming will not end in your hands, but will flow through you like a river that never runs dry. Right now, I am starting a movement in your life that is unlike anything you have experienced before. It's not just a continuation of what you've known, nor an extension of the past. It's a completely new work that will take your life to a place where my promises will be so clear that all doubt will be removed. I have set a time for acceleration to take place. What once took years to come to pass will happen in just days. What seemed impossible, blocked by countless barriers, will open up as if it had never been there. I will show you signs that you cannot miss. I will shift conversations, change influences, and form alliances that will change your position in places where your name wasn't even known, and yet suddenly it will be remembered with favor. In areas you once had no access to, new paths will open, inviting you to step in. This is the kind of intervention where my hand moves, not just to give you what you've been waiting for, but to place you at a level you could never have reached on your own. The environment around you will begin to shift as well. Places that once felt uncomfortable will lose their power over you. People who didn't share your vision will move away without conflict, and new people will come into your life with clear purposes to add, uplift, and help you grow. The atmosphere itself will be different. You will feel a lightness in your decisions, clarity in your focus, and strength in your spirit that will show my spirit at work within you. In this new season, I will teach you to manage what comes your way with excellence. I will not give you resources, ideas, and connections for them to be wasted, but so they can bear fruit and grow. I will guide you with specific strategy so you will know when to move forward, when to wait, and when to close certain chapters without regret. The time of acting without purpose is over. And now, everything will be guided by clear direction. Open your heart with faith, for today is not just another day in your life. Today marks the moment when something invisible in the heavens will align to transform everything on earth. Your time in this place has come to an end. What you once called home no longer carries the peace you once felt. Even though you tried to ignore it, deep in your soul, You know the truth. It's not just the walls that are cracking before your eyes. It's the silence that screams at you in the early mornings. It's the weight in the air that presses down on you. It's the hope that fades away each time the sun rises. You felt how what once held you now pushes you away. And though you tried to hold on, the place that felt like safety has become a space that drains your spirit. But listen closely, for I, the Lord your God, have already gone ahead of you and made a way through what once seemed impossible. I have freed things for you that you never dared to ask for, thinking they were too big or that you didn't deserve them. I have already given you what you thought was out of reach, and what I declared from my throne is already done. Where there was only destruction, I have planted something new. Not a house of bricks and tiles that decay over time, but a place built with healing for your wounds, protection for your soul, and rest for your spirit. I have prepared for you a space where peace will reign, where laughter will return, and where the weariness of the past will be replaced with renewed strength. That is why I say to you, stay here. Don't move too quickly. Don't chase after what I have not sent. And above all, do not let go of this word I am giving you, because what is about to be revealed is more powerful and more important than anything that has kept you awake in the darkest hours. I have seen your silent tears, counted each one, and I have not overlooked the weight you carried in silence. We will walk together on this journey until the end. Do you know why I brought you to this point and didn't leave you halfway? Because you have endured so much for so long. You carried burdens that no one saw or understood. You cared for people with love when they did not always return it. You gave up your dreams for others. You swallowed the words you wanted to shout and stayed silent to avoid conflict in your home. A few days ago, I shared with you the story of a closed case, one that involved you and someone from your past. I spoke of it to show you that nothing in your life escapes my sight, that everything that has touched your life, I have seen, allowed, or stopped, all for the sake of my purpose. But today, I am not here to repeat what I already told you. Instead, I bring something new, something that has come to me from those who guard you day and night, your guardian angels. These are the ones I sent to protect you, guide you, and whisper my will to you, even when you don't recognize them. Just as I have warned my people in times past, through prophets and servants, I still do the same today, out of my deep love and care for you. My warnings are not to scare you, but to help you avoid stumbling, falling into the enemy's traps, and harming yourself without knowing. I am unchanging in this love and care for you. You know that many times I have gently knocked on the door of your heart, sending you signs and confirmations, showing you that I walk with you. But now, the situation is different, and that is why I speak to you more strongly. What is ahead cannot be ignored or delayed any longer. Since the moment you were born, my angels have been by your side, guarding you, fighting battles you couldn't see, keeping you safe from accidents, and placing thoughts in your mind to keep you out of danger. Many times, when you felt uneasy and didn't know why, it was my Holy Spirit guiding you, or my angels trying to get your attention. While you may not always have understood these moments, I have seen your willingness to listen and obey when you recognize my voice. But now, my beloved, your angels have come to me with such a deep plea, one that has reached my courts as an urgent cry. They have prayed for your health, and I ask you to listen carefully to what I am about to say. This is not a small matter or an overstatement, but something I have chosen to bring directly to your attention. You have been faithful in praying for others, in interceding for them, and in carrying their burdens. You have risen early to pray for someone else. You have given of yourself even when you were tired and didn't have the strength. I have seen all of this, and I am pleased by your selflessness and your compassion. But at the same time, I have also seen the silent pains in your body, the signs you ignore, the tiredness you refuse to acknowledge, and the stress in your mind and heart that you hide from others to protect them. While I honor your service and dedication, it is not my will for you to neglect yourself in this way. I have called you to love and serve, but I have also given you the responsibility to care for your body, mind, and spirit. What I am saying to you today is a warning, and I don't want you to take it lightly. This is not just human advice or a suggestion. This is my voice, clear and direct, calling you to stop, to look at yourself, and to address what I have seen from above. If you keep ignoring these signs, the cost will be great, and there will be no other chance like this. I want you to understand that my love for you is not only to support you when you are weak, but also to prevent you from reaching the breaking point. That's why I am telling you now, stay here, stop, listen, and do not act as if nothing is wrong. Do not ignore what I am telling you. Do not turn away from this message, because this is your last chance to fix what I have pointed out. I have opened this case before you because I love you, because I have chosen you, and because there is still a path for you to walk and a purpose for you to fulfill. But if you don't care for what I have given you, the enemy will find a way to attack what I value most, your life. And I do not want that to happen. Today, I speak to you with love, but also with urgency, because what is at stake is far too precious to ignore. Listen closely, for what I am about to say is not for tomorrow or some distant time, but for now. You have asked me at times, Lord, why do you speak to me about these things so urgently? Why the constant call? And I, who see both the beginning and the end, answer you with love, because time is running short, and I cannot allow you to face the battles ahead in a weakened state. What I reveal to you today is closely connected to the divine plan I have for your life. It is the foundation of the purpose I have placed within you, for without your physical, mental, and spiritual strength, you will not be able to carry the weight of what I am preparing to give you. My angels have shown me what your eyes cannot fully see. They have closely watched the battles you are fighting. Some are visible to those around you, but others are hidden deep inside you, in those parts you've avoided confronting. They have seen how silently you have ignored the warning signs, the ongoing pains you have downplayed, the exhaustion you carry every day, and the whispers your body has sent you, asking for rest. They have witnessed how you've kept moving forward, even when something deep inside you was crying out for you to stop. That's why, my beloved, they have come to me not only as protectors but as intercessors, pleading with me to awaken you to the seriousness of this situation. They know what lies ahead. They see the paths before you, paths that will demand resilience and clarity, mountains that you will need to climb with persistence, and valleys that will require unwavering faith. They know that if you do not strengthen yourself now, these journeys will become harder, and your burden will be heavier than it needs to be. You may wonder, why now? Why such urgency? And I tell you the truth because the enemy, the deceiver, has set his sights on you. He knows that if he can weaken your body, he can influence your spirit, wear down your soul, and make you question the calling I've placed upon you. He does not simply attack openly. Look for the small cracks, the little mistakes, the things you think are unimportant. I am your protector, your deliverer, and I will not let their plans succeed. However, my protection does not free you from your responsibility. You must work with me, walk in obedience, and follow the instructions I give you faithfully, because it is in your obedience that you will grow. So listen closely to what I say. First, I tell you, rest. True rest is not just when your body is still, but when your mind stops chasing after worries and fears. The rest I offer you is a safe place where your soul is renewed and your spirit is made strong. It is a place where your burdens fall at my feet, and your heart learns to trust that I am more than capable of carrying what weighs you down. This rest is not brief but deep and life-changing, because it is found in my presence. That's why I say to you, come to me, all of you who are tired and heavy-laden, and I will give you rest. Second, care for the temple I have given you. I am not just talking about feeding your body with what it needs, but taking care of every part of your life that I have entrusted to you. Just as you wouldn't put dirty oil in a lamp, you must not fill yourself with things that drain you, confuse you, or steal your peace. Feed your mind with my word, for it is the bread that strengthens you from the inside. And nourish your spirit through prayer and worship, for in these, the fire the enemy wants to put out is reignited. And feed your body with what brings it life, avoiding things that wear you down and harm you. This body is mine, and I have given it to you to serve me and bring glory to my name. When I ask you to care for yourself, it is not a call to a restrictive routine, but an invitation to live abundantly. The care I ask of you is meant to free you. When you are strong, when your mind is clear, and your spirit is firm, nothing and no one can stop the purpose I have set for you. I want you to reach that place of fullness, because there is still so much I have to give you in the eternal plans I have for you. Everything in your life happens at the right time and for the perfect purpose. Nothing is by chance, nothing is random. Every breath you take, every step you make, every tear that falls, I see and I count. There is no moment in your life that has not been seen by my eyes, and no feeling in your heart that I have not felt. What I am telling you now has deep roots in the plans I made for you long before you were even born. What lies ahead of you is part of a larger plan, and to fulfill it, it's essential for you to understand the weight of what I am revealing to you in my divine design. What I am showing you today is not a small detail, but the foundation upon which the next chapter of your journey will be built. My angels, who have been watching over you with great care, have brought me a full report of the battles you fought. They have told me about the struggles others can see, the ones that are visible in your life, but also about the hidden battles that only you and I know about, the ones that take place in your mind and deep in your soul. They have shown me how you've ignored the signs when exhaustion whispered to you, and you pushed through when pain reminded you that something was wrong, but you kept going without stopping. They have come to me with an urgent plea because they know what is ahead for you. They have already seen the paths you will need to walk, difficult steps over rough ground, narrow roads where only my light will guide you, climbs to tall peaks that will take all your strength, and descents into valleys where darkness will try to steal your faith. They know that to endure and succeed, you will need strength in every part of your life. Now is the time to build that strength. The enemy does not rest. The deceiver watches for every weakness, every crack in your armor, knowing that if he can weaken your body, your spirit will start to feel the burden, and your will to keep going may start to fade. He doesn't act quickly, but carefully, trying to wear you down over time so that you don't notice the full extent of his attack until it's too late. But I have set a protective wall around you, and my word stands firm over your life as your shield. I will not let his plans succeed, but I have decided that we will work together. My protection is complete, and your obedience will allow my power to flow freely in your life. That's why I give you clear instructions. First, accept the rest I have set aside for you, the rest that goes beyond simply stopping your physical movements, but reaches deep into your soul and mind. A rest that is not disturbed by endless thoughts, nor by burdens that are not meant for you to carry. It is a rest where your soul finds peace, where your heart is calmed, and where your mind rests in the certainty that everything is under my control. This rest is not about being passive, but about trusting me completely. It is like a field left to rest, so it can recover and become fertile enough to produce abundant fruit in its proper season. Secondly, care for what I have placed in your hands, your body, your mind, and your spirit. The The care I ask of you now is all-encompassing. Feed yourself with what gives life, not what drains you. Seek what strengthens your body and clears your mind while purifying your heart. Reject anything that harms you, whether it's negative words, harmful thoughts, destructive habits, or rush decisions. Just like a gardener cares for the soil to make it fruitful, I want you to care for everything I've entrusted to you. Remember, this body is not yours. I have given it to you as an instrument to fulfill the purpose I have set for you. If you neglect it, if you wear it out without taking care of it, you not only harm your physical life, but also limit what I can do through you. That's why I urge you to make every action a step toward building strength, not toward becoming weary. During this time, what you sow in care and obedience will grow into a harvest of endurance and victory. This is not just a warning, but an invitation. It is not meant to make you fearful, but to align you with what I have already prepared for you. There will be challenges you cannot face with the strength you have now, but if you follow my guidance, you will be renewed and come to the appointed day with the energy, clarity, and faith you need to see my glory reveal. The time to strengthen, correct, and prepare is now, and there is no time to waste. Before the first light ever touched the earth, I had already set the time for everything and a purpose for each season. Nothing happens too soon or too late without my will. Now, a critical moment in your journey has arrived, a time when my hand will move in ways you have yet to experience. To receive what is about to be revealed, your life must be in alignment with my perfect plan. What I am preparing for you in this moment cannot be sustained by human strength or clever strategies, but by a solid foundation that only comes from obedience and continuous connection with me. I have watched your journey and seen how you have overcome challenges that would have defeated others. It was not by chance that you remained standing. It was because I was with you every step of the way. However, now things are different. What is ahead is not just a test of your faith, but also a measure of the strength of your roots. A plant with green leaves and a tall stem may look strong, but if its roots are not deeply planted, any strong wind can uproot it. So it is with life. What is visible does not always show the true strength that lies in what is hidden. That is why, in this season, I am working on the part of you that no one else sees, the part that holds everything else up. The time ahead will demand clearer vision, sharper discernment, and an inner strength that will break under pressure. It is not enough to simply endure. You must move forward with confidence and certainty, without hesitation. For that, you need to learn how to hear my voice amidst the chaos, to recognize my direction above all the noise, and to walk even when the road is unclear. I am the one who lays out the path. Though you may not always understand why each step is necessary, trust that my plan will unfold perfectly. There are things I have kept hidden from you until the right moment, because if you knew them too soon, they could become a burden instead of preparation. I do not ask you to fix everything right away, but to trust in the process I have set. Just as a potter shapes the clay with precise pressure and water, I am molding your life. I do not hurry or pause because I know the final shape I desire for you. During this time, I will also remove what should not go with you on this next part of your journey. Some relationships, thoughts, habits, and burdens, though they once served a purpose, now hold you back. Not everything that was once good is helpful for where you are headed. When a traveler prepares to climb a high mountain, they know the importance of lightening their load so they won't tire out before reaching the top. In the same way, I will show you what you must leave behind in order to ascend with the necessary lightness. The transformation I am working in you is not about a simple change on the surface. It's about building a new foundation within you. I am establishing the structure of your life in such a way that when the battles ahead come, you will not only stand strong but also be empowered to protect all that I have entrusted to you. There will be times when you feel that certain parts of your life are being broken or removed. But this is not destruction, it is rebuilding. I'm replacing what is weak with what is strong, what is temporary with what is eternal, what is unstable with what is unshakable. When this phase is complete, you will not only have the strength to stand firm, but you will also be able to support others who come to you seeking shelter and guidance. What I am doing in you now is not just for your own good, but so that you can be a source of blessing and strength to those who will be placed alongside you. And when the time comes, you will understand that every adjustment, every pruning, every change you are going through is all part of preparing you for something much greater than you can see right now. In my eternal wisdom, the seasons of your life are not set by human calendars, but by the decrees that come from my mouth. Just as the earth goes through cycles of planting and harvesting, of warmth and cold, the soul also undergoes transitions that may not always be obvious at first, but are as real as the sunrise. You have reached a point where change is inevitable, and it's not just a simple change, it is a turning point that will shape the future of everything that is to come. This is not a random event. It is part of a larger plan that I have been carefully working on for a long time. Now my intervention is direct and intentional. I have seen how certain paths that were once fruitful are now becoming dry. I have seen how efforts that once brought success are now only leaving you exhausted with no reward. This is not a failure, but a sign that the season for those things has passed. Just as a farmer does not keep working a field that has already given its harvest, I am closing certain doors that, although they were good in their time, will now hold you back if you stay in them. I am leading you toward new and fertile ground. It may not look like what you are familiar with. Its first impression might not appear to be fertile, but it holds a potential that will only unfold when you start working under my guidance. A new rarely comes with the comfort of the known. It asks for faith, patience, and persistence. I want you to understand that this is not about acting on impulse, but about moving forward with clear directions, because every step I take in your life is meant to lead you to an outcome that will bless not only your present, but also future generations. In this new phase, it will be essential for you to keep your focus pure and undistracted by things that weaken your strength. There will be voices trying to pull you away from what I am building in you, and some of them won't come from far off, they will come from close by. That is why I am training you to discern not only what is obviously wrong, but also what might look good but does not come from me. Not everything that glitters is from my light, and not everything that looks like progress is truly advancing my purpose. I have also decided that the direction you receive in this time will not depend on the opinions of the crowd, but on the closeness you have with me. Do not look to others for confirmation of what I tell you, because what I am revealing is personal to you. Some will not understand why you are leaving behind what still seems useful to them, and you do not need to explain yourself to them. My word for your life will be enough to sustain you as you take steps others won't understand. There will be moments when my guidance will take you down what seems like a detour, but in truth, it will be the most direct path to what I have prepared for you. Do not judge this season by how quickly things are moving, but by the accuracy of every step. In my design, even what seems like a delay is part of a perfect movement toward your destiny. I am placing you where you need to be, even if you can't see the entire picture yet. The day will come when my work will be clear to you, and you will see that none of my directions were wrong. The new ground I am giving you is not a trial. It is a fulfilled promise, and as you begin to work in it, you will witness the life that will grow with you, a fruit that will not only sustain you but also feed many people you haven't met yet. In the unfolding of my plan, there are times when the visible world seems to stand still, as if nothing is changing, but behind the scenes, where your eyes cannot see, everything is being reorganized to make room for what is new. It is during these quiet moments that I am working most deeply, for this is not just a change on the surface, but a complete reshaping. I am placing every part in its exact place, not only for today, but to support what will grow in the days ahead. In this season, I am preparing connections for you that you do not yet know about. I am moving people, resources, and opportunities into your path not by chance, but by design. Some of these movements will happen in complete silence, so they will not be disturbed by human influence or tainted by the expectations of others. When the time comes, these things will appear at just the right moment, like pieces that fit perfectly into a plan that was laid out long before you were born. I am also bringing clarity to your vision. The distorted views that once limited your understanding are being cleared away so you can truly see what I am placing before you. I don't want you to make decisions based on what appears to be, but on what truly is. The clarity you will receive will not come from surface-level observations, but from deep understanding that flows from my wisdom. As this stage unfolds, you will begin to see doors open in areas that seemed blocked before. It won't happen because of human effort, but because I will open the doors that are meant to open in this season. When this happens, you will understand that every delay, every pause, and every setback was part of a precise process. Just as a river finds its way, following its course with persistence, I am leading you along the exact path that will bring you to the fullness of my plan for you. A few days ago, I spoke to you about a closed case, something related to you and someone from your past. I shared it to show you that nothing is outside of my control, that everything that has touched your life, whether I have allowed it or stopped it, has been part of my purpose. But today, I am not here to repeat what I've already said. Instead, I am here to show you something new, something that I have chosen to bring to you now. The case I am about to share with you does not come from your own life or someone from your past, but has come directly to my throne through those who watch over you day and night, your guardian angels. They are the ones I have sent to protect you, guide you, and whisper my will to you, even when you cannot sense their presence. From ancient times, I have given warnings to those I love, just as I did with my servants and prophets in the scriptures. I have warned entire generations, and I continue to do so today. My nature does not change. These warnings come not from a desire to scare you, but from my deep love and concern for you. I want to protect you from stumbling, from falling into the enemy's traps, and from unknowingly destroying yourself. You know that many times I have gently knocked on the door of your heart, sending signs and confirmations, showing you that I walk with you. But now, the situation is different, and that is why I have chosen to speak to you more directly, because what lies ahead cannot be ignored or delayed any longer. My angels have been by your side from the moment you took your first breath. They have watched over your steps, fought battles you couldn't see, prevented accidents, and placed thoughts in your mind that kept you away from dangers you didn't even realize were there. Many times, when you felt uneasy and couldn't explain why, it was my Holy Spirit speaking to you, and sometimes it was my angels trying to catch your attention. Even though you may not always have understood these moments, I have seen your willingness to obey when you recognized my voice. But this time, my beloved, your angels have not come to you but to me with such a deep plea that it has reached my courts as an urgent cry. They have pleaded for your health, and I need you to hear this with the utmost seriousness. This is not a minor issue or an exaggeration, but something I have decided to bring to you directly. You have been faithful in praying for others, interceding for them, and carrying their burdens. You have risen early to pray for others, even when you were tired. You have given of yourself, even when you had little strength left to give.